What it do? Welcome to Club 32, the Gridiron Podcast, the People's Podcast, so we keep it real, no fluff, no filters. I'm your host, Ron, with my co-host, Jordan, and we came back to recap the matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. So let's dive into it. But wait, before we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can stay in the loop with Club 32. Let's get it. Hey, KC showed up and showed out. They ain't just win, they won one. For real, and they sent the message to say they back like baby ribs. You understand? A 31 and donut shutout of the Raiders showed that the AFC West Chiefs still feel like they own this division. You know what I mean? They don't feel like that they losing grip, even though they might be a little behind, but they seem like they're a lot on the way. We're going to see how everything turned out. We're going to jump into the game overview and really see what happened or what didn't happen. Stay with us. If I said it once, I'm going to say it twice, and if I say it twice, then it must be nice. Look, on Sunday afternoon at Gihon State, what do they call it? Was it G or Gihon? What do they call it? You know how they pronounce it?
I think it's Gihon.
Yeah. Hey, on Sunday afternoon at Gihon Field, Arrowhead Stadium, known to most people, Kansas City Chiefs obliterated the Las Vegas Raiders, 31 to donut.
Goose egg.
Them smoke them boys like a bad habit, man.
And
Patrick Mahomes threw for 286 yards and 3 touchdowns before exiting the game in the third quarter. I'm out. You did. Crazy. Rashee Rice came back like Batman, returned from suspension with 2 scores to ignite the offense like you picking up like I ain't never left. The Chiefs' defense was spectacular, holding the Las Vegas Raiders to 95 total yards and just 3 first downs in the complete shutout performance. What are we
3 first downs?
3 first downs?
I can understand getting 3 first downs in the quarter. The whole game? Sheesh.
Yeah. Sad to say, and that's how it happened. Kansas City moves to 4-3, and they reassert control of the AFC West, while the Las Vegas Raiders fall to 2-5 after the worst offensive showing in years. That's what they get for beating Chargers like that. That they beat them Chargers. They got that man fired.
Yeah. All comes back on you.
Clap back. You know, no. But hey, look, that was crazy. What we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to jump into some key moments of the game and see what really stood out to us. Jumping into some key moments about the game, Kansas City came out to a fast start. They scored on their first 3 possessions, jumping to a 21-0 lead at halftime, a lead that the Las Vegas Raiders never threatened. Not at all. Getting Rashee Rice back was fire. Rashee caught 7 passes and 2 touchdowns in his first game back, stretching the field and opening up lanes for the other people to do what they needed to do. Them getting their weapons back seemed like it's all coming together. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, surgical, just like the Mahomes you used to have. He engineered 30 first downs, kept them to 3, well, defense did. You know what I mean? And kept drives alive with, you know what I'm saying, precise reads. He was seeing everything he needed to see before sitting out early in the fourth. Like I came, I saw, I'm out. See me when you see me. That's crazy. I only got to finish it. They I'm good. We all right. Go ahead. Let my man's get in there, man. He got a kid at home. You want to let him see his daddy play, man.
And that's crazy. They had 10 times as many first downs as the Raiders did. But that is crazy.
Diabolical. Diabolical. I know who's looking for a quarterback next year.
Probably a head coach, too.
Yeah, them and the Jets, man. Well, them and the Jets for sure. You know, I mean, the Raiders just seemed to collapse. They did. I mean, Geno Smith, he was sacked 3 times, and he finished with just 67 yards passing. They went for 0-7 on third down. I mean, it's not a winning formula against a divisional opponent. I say if you knew better, you do better. And somebody ain't studying. That's what happened. Look,
Crazy. Yeah. Teammates might give up on him. You already walk around floating the money in their face. I get
huh?
paid. I get paid the big bucks. Yeah, you get paid the big bucks to get 67 passing yards. Three
Mm.
first. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Get paid the big bucks and talk the big shit and stand on it. Knee high. Put your boots on, player. The Chiefs defense came and they made a statement. Now I'm saying, look, I think that was they first regular season shutout since 2019. They might be bouncing back, man, in ways that people don't want them to, but don't
Yeah.
count them out. You know what I'm saying? They sending warning shots out there like we back.
Now I can get why a lot would say it's a warning shot, but play
Mm-hmm.
the Raiders.
So,
Play the Raiders. Not saying not saying it like that, but I mean, come on, Kansas City. It wasn't like that was Josh Allen led Buffalo Bills or Lamar Jackson led
but then
Ravens.
they questioning them two teams too. I
I
don't know what
mean,
we gonna say about them.
yeah, they are, especially with Lamar Jackson being hurt. Team struggling right
It
now.
is people questioning them because now they're looking at the teams that they beat. Like,
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. It's crazy. That's what I do know. That's what I do know.
By week 12, I think by week 12 we gonna know what's up by week 12.
Let me see something. Trying to find that. John. What you looking at?
Too early to say right now. By week 12, yeah,
Well,
we
let's
gonna.
just. I don't know. No, I don't think. Yeah, no, it's no. We don't know. I don't know. Let me see something right quick. No, I don't know. Because when I look at their losses, you know what I'm saying? Like they lost against the Jaguars, the Chargers, and Philly. Them teams they lost against. Teams they beat was the Giants, Baltimore, Detroit, and the Raiders. So based off your theory, I mean, Detroit might have been the hardest team to beat.
Out of the teams that they, out of the teams that they beat, you beat one team that was a playoff contender last year. You lost to three teams, if I'm being honest, are going to be in the playoffs this year. Jaguars, Chargers, they both going to make it. I feel confident on that. You feel it, of course. But this is just like, well, I ain't going to say it's just like what I was telling, a few Cowboy fans, but something similar. You beat teams that probably not going to make the playoffs, except for maybe one. But Cowboys, on the other hand, yeah, they, they, they beat teams. Matter of fact, it's kind of the same thing because both of them beat teams that's not gonna make the playoffs except for one. We all know Washington gonna make the playoffs. The Cowboys beat them, but Washington they was banged up, missing a lot.
Yeah.
So with them, destroying the Raiders, I mean, it's kind of like okay. I ain't gonna say we expected it to be 31-0, but everybody expected the Chiefs to walk out with this win. So it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
be happy about your performance, but you can't really brag if I'm being honest about beating the Raiders. Like, yeah, y'all got the win. Okay, cool. Now, if this was like the the Bills with Josh Allen in them, yeah, you can gloat on that. You can gloat on that because more majority of those teams are primed to beat you. They got the players to beat you. So when you beat them, you can gloat on that. Especially if they keep saying they coming for your head, they coming for your head. So
Mm-hmm. Look, their next 5 games, they got Washington, and then they go to Buffalo, then they go to Denver, and then they play the Colts, and then they go to Dallas.
The Washington and Dallas game, Washington offense can't put up any points. Defense a little suspect, and the Dallas defense, of course, is gonna let anybody score on them, but the offense can put up points. So I feel like the Chiefs gonna beat both of them, but the three in between, those are question marks. Those are question marks. The Bills, the Broncos, and the Colts, especially the Broncos. Broncos gonna come back with a vengeance. They definitely are. Of course, the Bills as well. Colts is a scary looking Colts. Colts #1 in the AFC right now. So Kansas City, yeah, y'all might be the best in y'all division, but you're not the best in the conference. Even though they don't look for stuff like that, but still,
Yeah,
gotta be the best to be the best. So that's
you
going.
do.
Those are gonna be 3 games that everybody, if you're a Chiefs fan or a Bills, Broncos, Colts fan, you're gonna have them games circled. Those some big games.
Yeah, no, this is a tough schedule. I mean, they might. What's that? 5. I mean, they could go 2-3 or 3-2. What that put them at? They 4-3, 7-5, 6-6, something. We'll see. But hey, like I say, it's a lot more football to play left. A lot more football. What I want to do is go ahead and spotlight a few players from the game. Go ahead and give them some love for their standout grades and performances and see who really was out here doing what and who made an impact on the game. We're going to jump into that right now. All right, it's time to show love and see what was really happening out here. Patrick Mahomes, very good. 286, 3 touchdowns, even exited the game early with a big lead, controlled the game flawlessly. Rashee Rice, big return, 7 receptions, 2 touchdowns, added punch to KC's passing attack. Marquise Hollywood Brown stretched the field and opened lanes for Rice and Kelsey. The Chiefs' defense, excellence, held Raiders to 95 yards, 3 first downs, utter domination. Geno Smith, very poor. 67 yards passing, no rhythm, no support. Raiders offense, unacceptable. 95 total yards, 0 for 7 on 3rd downs, no momentum. Maxx Crosby for the Raiders front 7 struggled to generate pressure. Defense was gassed out early. I don't know what they was told or who told it to them, but they don't need to listen to them no more. They should know this division better than that. They should have came better prepared than that. I don't know if it was that win against us that got them all gassed up and feeling good, but we should have known better. I mean, you got to play hard, and I'm not gonna say that they didn't, but whatever effort that they put out on the field wasn't good enough. And I mean, I see the result from what the team did.
I'm gonna say
That's evident. Yeah,
I'm gonna say they didn't. That's unacceptable for you to be a national football team. You to be getting paid the big bucks, 3 first downs, 95 yards, and
crazy.
even when Patrick Mahomes went out in the 3rd quarter, you still couldn't put up nothing. You couldn't even get your team down the field to get a field goal. Yeah, I see this team breaking up real soon.
Yeah, no, for sure, for
Maxx
sure.
Crosby, yes sir. Find you a team that's trying to
Huh.
win. Team like from no, no, no. 95 yards. That's all you can muster in a game. That's all you can muster.
That's tough. That's tough. Got to be better than that. Got to be better than that, man. Look, let's look at a couple of the stats that really matter. We're gonna check those out. Let's jump into that right now. All right, look, looking at a couple of the stats that matter. I mean, look, just gonna go over a few basic ones like total yards. Raiders 95, Chiefs 434. First downs, Raiders 3, Chiefs 30. Third down efficiency, Raiders 0 out of 7, Chiefs 8 for 13. Time of possession, Raiders 17 minutes and 33 seconds, Chiefs 42 minutes and 27 seconds. Crazy. Turnovers, Raiders 2, Chiefs 0. 31st down and 3. The story tells you everything you need to know about how dominant the Chiefs was, and everything else just adds to the story. What you gonna do, bro? I mean, that's crazy. I don't know. Those stats don't make sense. I mean, you get the results from the work you put in. So, yeah.
Mm-mm. I don't know what
Has
kind
to
of
be
work they
tough.
putting in. Definitely don't know what kind of work they putting in because this is
Gas
well,
to be.
well, that's a whole funk box. 3 first downs, and you only had the ball for 17 minutes. Huh? So that means on you had the ball for 4, maybe 5 minutes a quarter.
Shit, less than that. Yeah. Uh, look. Um. But hey, so yeah, with it. Let's go ahead and jump into the. Let's look at the bigger picture and see what the outlook is really looking like for both of these teams. So when we're looking at the bigger picture, there's a couple questions that I want to ask, and I'm gonna ask you, and you just tell me how you feel about them. So look, like first of all, is this the best Chiefs defense of the Mahomes era, or is it too soon to tell?
I must say no. Say that is too soon to tell because defense still has, a few problems. Now, so far, his first Super Bowl, I would say that was the best defense that that they have so far. Now, depending on how this defense plays out for the rest of the year with the games that they play, they might can get that notch. But from the few teams they played so far, I mean, especially the ones that they beat, nah, I can't say that.
Okay, all right. So, um, do you think that Rashee Rice just changed the trajectory of KC's offense?
Most definitely, most definitely, they weren't as explosive as they were now until he came back.
You definitely see a difference in the uptick in the offense. Excuse me. For yesterday's game. So look, okay. Well, are the Raiders officially in rebuild territory?
Most definitely, most definitely. From the games that they played, how they've been playing, stuff that's been going on in the locker room that's making its way to the public. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna need to rebuild.
I'll definitely keep an eye on that and see how things shape out there because moves definitely seem to be on the way to being made. We're gonna jump into what's really left for both of these teams and see what's the best approach for them to take it. Gonna jump into that right now. So what's left for both of these teams? So let's really see what's left. When we look into the Kansas City Chiefs remaining schedule as we went through the next five opponents earlier, which was Washington, the Bills, Denver, the Colts, and Dallas. Um, it's a mix of tough and winnable games, divisional matchups, and key road tests. Current form suggests that they can go a 5-2 run if they maintain discipline and health. Key success factors, I would say, is to keep the run pass balance, generate turnovers, and exploit the opponent's weaknesses. And like the risk would be complacency after a blowout, injuries, and overconfidence against weaker opponents. That's my outlook as far as the Chiefs, where they're at, and how they can approach the rest of the schedule to get where they will want to be. What is your outlook on what's ahead for them?
It can get pretty for the Chiefs, or it can get ugly for the Chiefs.
Hmm.
They have a lot of teams that want to come for their head, and majority of the teams that they got to play next, most of them are in their division. Two of them
Yeah.
are out of their division. So the two that are out of their division, I'm not going to say they're going to be big wins for them, but they're probably going to want to get those wins to make their record look good.
Mhm.
So whatever recipe the Chiefs use for this 31 goose egg, they might want to keep that same recipe going,
Hmm.
especially
Definitely.
when they play the Bills, the Broncos, and the Colts, especially the Colts.
Yeah.
That's going to be the game of that week, the Chiefs versus the Colts. Yeah, the Chiefs just came from the Super Bowl. They didn't win, but they just came from the Super Bowl. Nobody thought the Colts was going to be in the position that they in right now with Daniel Jones.
Yeah. True.
They smoking everybody. They lost one, ain't lost since.
Hmm.
So, I mean, hey, what you gonna do, Casey?
Yeah, them boys rolling. They definitely gonna have to keep things consistent to be competitive going down the stretch over this middle part of the season. When we look at the Las Vegas Raiders, the path ahead for them is steep. It's a very steep path. With this offensive collapse, change is very urgent at this point. A 2-5 finish over the next stretch seems likely, you know, unless dramatic improvements emerges. So that'll put them at a smooth with 4-10. So they're gonna have to figure something out. I mean, the key failure factors that I noticed was that the third down inefficiency, their lack of weapons, and just the defense wearing down way too early. Um, Opportunity here, just I would say, just have low expectations. It could spark development time and the chance to, reset the future, but it just all really is gonna come down to how things boil out for this team and how they find a way to come together and just put something good just to sometimes you just need that good spot, that good grind for momentum just to get you going and just, to help you finish strong. So hopefully them boys can find that and find some type of integrity going out on the tail end of this season because I mean it's a tough way to be. I can imagine that we're going through the same thing. Ain't nothing changed. When it's bad, it's bad. And it is what it is. Hey, sometimes you just gotta get your shit together. So,
Better figure out something. Or you never know. They tanking. Might be tanking. They might.
trying to raise high, trying to get that draft pick.
They might be trying to get that tall wide receiver from Ohio State, or that boy from Alabama, or what his name, Ryan Williams. They trying to do something.
They
It
need a
ain't.
quarterback for sure. They're gonna have to figure that out sooner than later.
Oh, most definitely. Because I honestly believe when he was telling them on the practice field, I get paid the big bucks. I get paid the big
Yeah,
bucks. think that's when he lost the locker room. Like, they know how much you get paid. It was already reported and all that. But now you want to gloat it in front of their face. You get paid the big bucks. Okay. Well, if you get paid the big bucks, go win these games for us, Mister. I get paid the big bucks. Oh, you can't win these. Why you can't win these games? Oh, you can't do it by yourself. Yeah, nah. I don't think his teammates really too much care for him at this point.
Yeah. No, man. You know, the locker room morale definitely matters, man. I mean, look, my final thought on all of this is that Kansas City just reminded everyone that dominance is still in their DNA. You know, when a defense plays like this and Mahomes is efficient, the AFC West runs through Arrowhead again. And it very well may end up being the case again this year. I mean, this just wasn't a game. You know what I'm saying? It was a declaration, man. The Chiefs didn't just win, they dominated. You know, offering the blueprint for how they'll aim to finish the season. The Raiders, meanwhile, received a harrowing reminder that if you're gonna compete, you gotta you gotta show up. You can't not compete just because you think you want to. You gotta show up from kickoff and rock out the whole game. They just was not prepared to do that in this divisional showdown between them and their divisional foe. Terrible shame, terrible shame, terrible shame. Oh, gotta be better than them, man.
Definitely. All start quarterback.
Oh, say it again. You was breaking up.
All starts with the quarterback.
All star of the quarterback.
95
Look,
yards, acceptable. I'm just saying.
huh? Well, let's take them on home, all right, bro. Go ahead, bro. All right, well, hey, thank you for coming through and hanging out with Club 32. If you want to get on the show, just email us at club32gp@gmail.com. Subject line Club 32 guest. Make sure to follow us at Club 32 on all social platforms: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Stay connected with the club for all your NFL breakdowns and for your chance to be a guest on the show and represent your squad the way they meant to be represented. Until next time, it's been real, it's been good, and good luck with your team because we're going to talk about them too. Appreciate you. Be safe. We out.